to see it on stage for the first time, it kind of all fell into place and you knew that it was all meant to happen the way it did. They were just amazing.
Atlanta was just something I could never ever imagine. To see Jack and his troupe come together in those 4 or 5 days, not meeting each other until mostly on the plane, and performing like they did was just fantastic for me.
So I said to Daniel, I said, why don't we reach out and find kids around the country who want to go and actually form a supergroup. 2 years ago at the celebration, we got a whole group of kids together and we auditioned them. And from that, we formed this group that attended the festival this year.
I auditioned in 2017 to come to here. It was more on the experience that I wanted, but then I had the chance of coming, and this is an incredible experience.
Going to New York! We are the Aussie All-Stars team and we are going to the Junior Theatre Festival in Atlanta. We're flying over to New York to rehearse and to practice our Madagascar piece.
Make sure, has everybody got their passport?
Yeah.
And to our Australian Prince and the Australian All-Stars back there, good luck, have fun. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
And we're loving it.
Central Park! Ice skating in Central Park!
We kind of hit the ground running the first day in New York. Was like sightseeing and all that kind of stuff, but then it was straight into rehearsal.
4 days of it, 16 hours, and made a show, 15-minute show, and one of the best things I've ever seen. It was so much fun.
Welcome to the very first Aussie All-Stars rehearsal.
The audition process was really fun and fair.
Auditioning was a lot easier than I thought it would be.
All the directors and everything, they were really lovely, and they seemed like they really knew what they were doing, which is really cool.
So in rehearsals, we've been putting together the dances. On the first day, we got to learn all the songs, and we had an amazing musical director come in and lead us through the songs, which was a really good experience.
Smile. Do you hear the difference as soon as you smile? It's like, there it is.
And then learning the choreography with Scott has been a really fun, rewarding experience.
Those kids were as good in a rehearsal room as any professional music theatre person that I had worked with before. They brought their A game, they gave it their all in 4 days.
Rehearsals have been full on. It's really exhausting, but it's really worth it. I'm learning so much.
And just where did you giants come from? We're from New York.
I've never been overseas. This is my first time overseas, first time away from my family. I've got none of my family with me. I came over with butterflies in my stomach, and now I have not a worry in the world. Like, the 18-year-olds are sitting with the 12-year-olds. Like, it's awesome, and meeting them, they're all so enthusiastic about the same things. It's incredible.
And so once we finish blocking, we'll just keep running it all together. Then we're having some special guests coming to watch us, which will be nerve-wracking but exciting for everyone.
Wonderful, wonderful guests from Music Theatre International.
It was wonderful. Mrs. Gershon and I had a great time. The first trade, and if this is a sample of the best of Australia, it doesn't get any better than that. This was really great.
I heard some New York accents. I heard a couple of Aussie accents too in there. But I mean, I think the acting and the way they brought the characters to life really helped tell the story. And that's one of the things that I always look for when I see a cut of a show.
I'm so impressed with what you've achieved. These are very important people in the world of musical theatre, and they held their ground, and they were strong, and they delivered.
Aussie All-Stars!
Being in New York is just amazing. I've seen a Broadway show every single night that I've been here.
Sitting and watching the setup of Frozen.
Which we are getting a special sneak peek an hour and a half before the show actually starts, of watching them set up, doing mic checks and all that stuff.
Well, we're going to see King Kong and we're really excited.
So excited!
I'm so excited for the puppet, the big musical.
So we got to meet some of the people that do the tech for King Kong, the actual puppet. So we got to meet the guy who did the face of King Kong.
And so there's been a lot of us who have been able to watch professionals, which is a really rewarding experience.
Next we're flying to Atlanta to perform at the Junior Theatre Celebration.
Junior Theatre Festival!
It's not until you're there and you're surrounded by 6,000 other theatre kids all singing like the same songs and having the same passions that you realise how insane this whole thing actually is.
We have 6 countries represented: the United States, Canada, Australia. Central Park, one time. It's your time. Roar. It's your time. Roar. It's your time. Roar. At the Central Park Zoo.
We are doing Madagascar Junior. So I play Mort, the little annoying lemur.
Significant life of Mort. Don't be rude, Mort, what do you say?
I just want...
Oh, be quiet, Mort, you're so annoying. You're awesome.
And it's basically about Marty, who's a zebra stuck in a zoo in captivity, and he wants to go explore the world and be free.
Surprise! Happy birthday, Marty!
The actual adjudication process was kind of nerve-wracking, but it was so empowering. Doing that performance together and seeing how everyone developed just within the 4 days of rehearsals was really something that we were all so proud of, especially like of the little kids.
I definitely didn't expect as much applause as we got. That was absolutely incredible.
And we got the feedback and the adjudications from the adjudicators, and then we went and did a music workshop in the afternoon, and we had a New Work showcase at night, and then we had a big dance party with everyone.
They had the best of the best on stage in front of us. It was ridiculous, and for me that was, like I said, it was just unbelievable. I could not believe that this was happening.
You know, names that I've seen on scores and names that I've seen being published, you know, Pasek and Paul, Lopez and Lopez, even, you know, Tim MacDonald, his name appears on a lot of the Broadway Junior books because he's been so instrumental in the junior adaptation. It was like the who's who of junior musical theatre. It was wonderful.
Wow, what you managed to inspire and get out of these kids.
I was thinking, oh, I wonder how many people actually get this award, because it'd be probably all the US kids. But then my name was called and it was just, everyone was pulling me up, and I just looked around and people are clapping. It's just overwhelming, and then, oh, the experience, just one of a kind.
Individual performance by a male goes to Luke Barker.
Like, I obviously had confidence before, but I had this newfound confidence that you can only get from an experience like this.
When we got home from that particular trip, she was wanting to audition for things. She had a lot more confidence. She had a lot more get up and go to really go, well, I can do this, you know. I did the workshops over in Atlanta. I performed over in Atlanta. This trip, yeah, on such a high, and being that little bit older and a little bit more mature, she just soaked up every moment. Worked really hard, and yeah, certainly, yeah, has paid off.
And then to finish off, we've moved to California. We're in the happiest place on earth. And so the children and our parents and chaperones have been on this incredible journey, and that kind of makes up the story of Aussie All-Stars.
So grateful for every opportunity that we got on this trip. You couldn't pay enough money for it. You couldn't.